Stop the worry in 3 seconds and begin attracting what you desire.
This is Law of Attraction Secrets. Join Miracle Mentor and Alchemy Life Coach Robert Zink and prepare to be empowered.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time you are listening to this special Law of Attraction podcast, I am your miracle mentor, your mentor of light, Robert Zink, delighted and thrilled to be here with you with yet another podcast since 2009. We've been on iTunes since 2009. We're on YouTube now. We thank you for sharing us on Facebook, on Instagram, all over the net. You know, we're just building a family here. We're building a community of achievers, of manifestors, and attractors. But one of the things that really can get in the way is worry. Negative thoughts, those thoughts that just seem to come from out of nowhere and just destroy your positive mindset. You know what I'm talking about. So you're thinking positive. You're having a great day. Everything's going wonderful. You're feeling good. And then, zap. A negative thought comes into your brain, into your mind, into your head. And it's like it's stuck there. It's like, you know, it somehow came from outer space and landed in your brain, and it's stuck there, and now you can't get rid of it. And you feel yourself fighting against it. And of course, the more you fight against it, the more you emotionalize it. Now, understand we all have negative thoughts. And negative thoughts in and of themselves are not attractors until you emotionalize them. Remember that the infinite field of potential, or the universe, it responds to feelings. So when you begin to emotionalize a negative thought over a period of time, you give it's like putting gas on a fire, and it gets bigger, and it begins to burn down your positive forest. It begins to burn down your dreams. It begins to burn down your goals. Oh, that's not what you need. That's not what you want. You want to be able to eradicate that negative thought in 3 seconds or so. Maybe 4 seconds, maybe 5, maybe even quicker. But you want it out. You want it gone. And then you and I will be soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle in the direction of your dreams and your goals, because your mind will be free, your mind will be flowing, your mind will be manifesting, your mind will be attracting. If you're tired of some of these thoughts, now this isn't the entire corpus of them, there are more, but if you're tired of some of these thoughts, listen to them. What if it doesn't work? What if it doesn't? I hear that all the time when people call and want to know about miracle mentoring and alchemy life coaching. What if it doesn't work, Robert? Well, why would I engage in anything that I believe is not going to work? So, why it doesn't work, it freezes you. It stops you from taking action, from moving forward. Because why would you do anything that you believe won't work? My business won't work. My relationship won't work. Going to the gym won't help me lose weight. Nothing will work. So you stop. You give up. And you give up on your goals. You give up on your dreams. And all of a sudden, you're no longer soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle. You've been hit with a rock, a negative thought. And you're wounded, broken wing on the ground. Not good. Not good. We're going to help you get through that. What about thoughts like, well, what if they stop liking me? Or what if he stops liking me? Or what if she stops liking me? And, some of these negative thoughts, they harken back to abandonment issues. I really believe that. And so abandonment issues that are emotionalized over and over and over again tend to attract more abandonment in your life. What if I get fired? What if I get hurt? What if we never get back together again? I mean, we broke up. I love him. I love her. What if we never get back together again? What the hell's going to happen to me then? Oh my God. What if I fail? What if I'm not smart enough? What if I'm not tall enough? What if I'm too old? Any of those sound familiar to you? Do you have any of those rolling around in your head? Are they destroying your peace of mind? Are they destroying your ability to manifest the life that you truly desire? Worry and engaging in negative thoughts is a habit. And the more you practice that habit, and you may have been practicing it for years, you may be from a family where everybody practices it. Everybody sits at the dinner table and worries for 45 minutes while they eat dinner. If you're from that kind of environment, you have some pretty strong habits, and you're going to need a technique that works. You're going to need a method that works, that's empowering. So what happens is these thoughts, these negative thoughts, seem to come out of nowhere, and they hamper your positive thoughts, your creative thoughts, the thoughts you're trying to build your future on. And then you sit there and you go, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? And then you, perhaps you pull up an affirmation card, or you turn on some positive music for a few moments, and things get better. And then all of a sudden another negative thought pops up. And what's happening is sometimes the negative thoughts come into your mind and you just go with them. You forget about that it's a negative thought. You just get caught up in the cycle. And, well, okay, so what that indicates is that when that happens is that you are not living on purpose. You're living on automatic pilot. A negative thought comes flying in from your basal ganglia, and you buy into it. And guess what? You just go with it. And pretty soon you're having a negative day. And if you start emotionalizing it and living it and believing in it, you begin to manifest it, and that's not good. Okay? So here we go. You need a way to, in neuro-linguistic programming, we call it a pattern interrupt. You need a way to interrupt the pattern. Imagine this for a moment. Just follow me. Let's say that you and someone else are having a conversation while you're washing dishes. And it's a serious conversation. And there's a deep dialogue, a deep energy transference taking place between you and the other person who may be drying the dishes as you wash them. And right in the middle of something important, something critical, one of you drops a dish and it shatters all over the place. And immediately, whatever you were thinking seems to be gone. It's gone, baby. It's out of here, because you've just interrupted the pattern. And now you're thinking about, well, how do we replace this $400 dish? Or, maybe we need to get a dustpan and clean this up so nobody steps on it or hurts themselves. All kinds of new thoughts emerge, but you've interrupted the pattern of the conversation. When you go to get back into the conversation, oftentimes you can't because you interrupted the pattern and you interrupted it so completely. It's called a pattern interrupt. So these negative thoughts, these fearful thoughts, these thoughts of worry tend to come from the basal ganglia of the human brain. And what we want to do is we want to interrupt that pattern of energy, that pattern of thought from the basal ganglia. We want to interrupt it. We want to break it completely. And then we want to get back into our prefrontal cortex where we have control, where we are, shall we say, driving the ship again. Does that make sense? I'm going to give you a few suggestions on how to go about doing this. Number one, when these negative thoughts or these thoughts of worry and pain and fear start coming from the basal ganglia, you need a method to provide a pattern interrupt. Now, I guess you could hit your finger with a hammer. That would work, but it would be a little extreme. So I'm going to give you something very easy that works for me. It works for many, many other people. I'm not sure where I got this from, but I believe it's from Doreen Virtue. Now, in all fairness, there are other people who teach this pattern interrupt, and some of them use a counting method. I don't like the counting method because it kind of becomes formulaic and it kind of becomes weird, you know? I'm going to all of a sudden count 5, 4, 3, 2. No. So all we need to do is we need about 5 seconds, 4 seconds, 7 seconds, somewhere in there. We need a space. As Stephen Covey wrote in The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, we need a space between stimuli and response. And so the space we provide is through these words, this simple sentence. Are you ready? Cancel that thought. Cancel that thought. That's it. That's about 4, 5, 6 seconds, depending on how fast you say it. Now, you don't have to say it out loud. You can say it in your mind. So you're driving along and you have a negative thought. Cancel that thought. Now you've provided a space from the thought of worry and fear and doubt. And now you can provide something positive in its place. You see, if you go to provide something positive in its place right away, it may not stick. You may have 2 thoughts going at the same time. Does that make sense? You may be thinking worry and fear at the same time that you're trying to think positive thoughts. And that just makes for a real mixed up soup, okay? So give yourself that space. Give yourself that pattern interrupt. It really works. So, and by the way, we all have these negative thoughts. It's part of the physiology of our brain. It was designed that way to protect us, because if a person was walking down a path and there was a cliff and you were just feeling positive, oh, this is a positive, I can do anything today. I feel self-confident, I can walk off this cliff. Well, you want that negative thought to pop up there and say, hey, that's stupid, don't do that. But a lot of the negative thoughts that we have today aren't here to save your life. They're here to destroy your life, because they're negative thoughts that have been implanted in you by friends, by family, by traditions, by limiting beliefs. And you don't need to be a slave to those thoughts anymore. Cancel that thought. And now, oh yeah, take that deep breath. Take that deep breath. Oh yes, take it. Come on, in through the nose. Out through the mouth. Oh, it feels so good. Clear yourself. And now you're awake. You're no longer on automatic pilot. You are back in charge of your ship. You're back functioning out of the prefrontal cortex. So choose a positive thought that you desire to think, an outcome that you expect to manifest. If you have a negative thought that is habitual, pick a time when you are not driving, not doing anything, write it down on a piece of paper. Write it down on a piece of paper and then argue against it. I mean, really argue against how stupid this negative thought is. So now when you have that negative thought again, just remember the arguments and then put in a positive thought. I like positive thoughts in the form of positive affirmations. I am affirmations. We are. I am safe, secure. We are safe, secure. My family is safe, secure, happy, healthy. Do you see what I'm saying? You replace that negative fear with cancel that thought. If you need to argue against it for a moment or two, you can do that, but you don't always need to. Now you have a space and you can immediately apply a positive I am. That's what we call a creative affirmation. Now you're creating. Now you're manifesting. Now you're designing your world the way you desire. And it's not being designed by worry. It's not being designed by fear. It's not being designed by doubt anymore. Oh, that feels good. Does that feel good? Hey, listen, I want to remind you to claim your 30 minutes of miracle mentoring and alchemy life coaching. Look, you deserve to have the money you desire, the love you crave, and health you depend upon. You can have it all. Why settle for less? I don't care what you're going through. Claim your 30 minutes. Let's find out what we can do together in a long-term mentoring program. And we'll discover that in that 30 minutes of miracle mentoring and alchemy life coaching. Visit us at lawofattractionsolutions.com. That's lawofattractionsolutions.com. Now, also, I got to remind you that every full moon, Rachel and I, we just have this desire. No, we don't have a desire to go out and howl, but we do have a desire to heal. So we do this full moon clearing and healing. I want to help you clear away your negative thoughts, your negative beliefs, your counter intentions. Okay? I really do. So if you'll join us on the full moon, it's absolutely free. There's no charge. All you have to do is register at clearingandhealing.com. Clearingandhealing.com. Okay, so I don't know when the full moon is coming up because I don't know when you're going to listen to this podcast, but we're doing it. So sign up. How's that? Okay, I want to get back to this. This is important. I want you to understand you are not abnormal. It is normal to have negative thoughts. Now, some people have more negative thoughts than others because of the chemicals in their brain, because of their history, because of their belief system. But you can still deal with these negative or worrying thoughts. Don't ever emotionalize these thoughts of worry and fear and doubt and pain. Don't give them life force. Rather, give them space, cancel that thought, and then move right into a positive affirmation and emotionalize the positive affirmation. You're going to be amazed that in no time, you're going to be soaring high like a big, beautiful eagle in the direction of your dreams. I'm so excited. Hey, send me a letter. Keep in touch with us. Be sure and subscribe on YouTube, on iTunes, on Stitcher. We love you. Thank you so much. And you have a great day now because you deserve it. Bye-bye.